naive, idiotic, ignorant, confused noses. Okay, and we don't want them empowered with knowledge, basic economic understanding, political understanding, okay, social understanding. They don't want people to know this stuff. So, anyhow, let's see. Yeah, I don't like seeing Trump in Saudi Arabia. I have to admit, and that could be like I said, it could be because he was compromised. I don't know that, but I'm just speculating. Do we as a society ask why such resistance to simple advancements in cultural progress? Why such widespread reticence to popularizing a term like egalitarian? I mean, why is that term? It's almost like a four-letter word, egalitarian. All it means is equality. It's in the Constitution that all men are created equal. That's it. We have equal rights, equal entitlements, equal prerogatives, choice. Okay, that's it. Because of God. It's not because of men writing the Constitution. It's because these are gifts granted by God. Equal rights, okay? So equality is a very American thing, but with how little you hear people use the term, and there's such widespread, people don't even know what the term means. So it's messed up. We're living in very unique times. And Trump, I think, is, really playing a part in those unique times. And I do think it's biblically based. I'm talking about end of times events, prophecy and stuff like that that's unfolding right before our eyes. And I'm not just saying that on my own, out on a limb. This is what a lot of very highly studied Bible professors out there, these Bible scholars, okay, are saying the same things. Eschatology and prophecy and all this. It all looks like it's just winding up. It's speeding up to the end. Because people know it's untenable. It can't go on like this. It can't go on like this. The dam's got to bust. It's just like trying to push down a beach ball forever in the pool. You can't keep going. It has to come up somewhere. Something has to give. And even if you do submerge it, there's going to be too much pressure. When you get it deeper and deeper and deeper, eventually the beach ball will burst. Okay, it'll be a very violent reaction. But it can't. We all know it can't go on indefinitely. The entire system is a pyramid scheme. So now on to a few thoughts, talking points, epiphanies of the past week. I suggest we drive as we would have others drive and live as you would have others live. This question is not music to Satan's ears. And the question is, whose planet is this? You see, that's what I mean about empowerment. We all need to ask ourselves, whose planet is this anyhow? Whose property specifically is government property? Define the terms. Come out of Babylon. Come out of ignorance. Come out of confusion. Be empowered by the truth. The Spirit of God. What are Jesus' economics? How would it look in the land when Jesus is ruling over the affairs of men? It's easy to be a hypocrite. It's much more challenging to be completely honest. That's biblically based. Let all men be called liars, but God cannot lie. Romans chapter 3, verse 4. Many adhere to a doctrine of trendiness in their quest for success. Right, I want to be successful, so I've got to act like, Zuckerberg or Schmidt, right, or any one of these other nerds, Bill Gates. If I want to be successful, then I just got to act like these, and that's the epitome of trendiness, right? Many follow on the trendy path in their mission to succeed. A variation. Two big components lacking in 21st century society. They are logic and honesty. What hope is there to ever get out from under tyranny if you're oblivious to how you are being tyrannized? People got to get it, man. It's economically, man. That's what they're doing. This wealth disparity, this ever-growing wealth disparity. This is what's going on. They're taxing the crap out of the poor, the working class, middle class, labor class, and this is who's actually paying the ultimate price of death. If you're not an egalitarian, according to our Constitution, you're not a good American. I would agree. If you don't believe in equal rights, rules, and privileges, by default, you believe in unequal rights, rules, and privileges. If you believe in inequality, who decides where to draw the line? Contrary to popular beliefs, it's okay to love Lucifer as he was initially created, one of only two very special angels, but not the attitude of the fallen Lucifer, who is now the devil, Satan. Okay, this rebellion against truth, honesty, and God. Okay, it's not an intellectual thing, it's a spiritual thing. Okay, that's it. Is that Lucifer is still beloved. God could actually make Lucifer not even exist anymore if he wanted to, but he wants his name vindicated. He wants everyone to know he's a gentle, loving God, kind God that just wants his will to be done but doesn't want to cram it down our throats. He wants to be as gentle as possible. It all makes sense, just like a good parent. If you can get through your kid by being gentle and tactful, wouldn't you rather than hitting them over the head, metaphorically speaking? That's what God's trying to do, but we've got to snap out of it, man. That we're all like, Lucifer's got a hold on all of us. Just this love of money thing, man. And that we are reverent to it, that fear, the insecurity that it induces in us is that reverent, that homage we're paying to Satan. And that's something that's not the kind of love for Lucifer that we should have. We can be compassionate and merciful, but say, look, you cannot inherit the earth because you wouldn't want to be, it would be hell to you if you couldn't dominate everybody and, and have money to do that with. Okay, and that's what's coming, is a world without money. The world needs more good dentists. Wow. Well, let's think it. If you've ever had a toothache, you can relate. The world needs more good dentists. Wow, I must have been in a feeling good about dentists, but I do love dentists. I got to tell you, without them, I don't know what people would do. I really don't. If you couldn't go somewhere and get a bad tooth pulled, I don't know what people would do. The fact that humans consent to enslavement, that's the cucking through Satan's power. Money is an affront to our true intellect. Yeah, it really is. It really is. This idea that money is absolutely indispensable, it's just too valuable. Just remember that if you believe that, that's fine. You'll stand before God and you'll answer for that belief system, that philosophy that you behold. Okay? Because I firmly believe the opposite. Okay? There's this whole idea that it's innocent to facilitate exchange. It's all how you spend it. No. Not when you got the worst people that rise to the top in this system that are willing to murder to get their way, kill anybody that stands in their way. We all know people are willing to murder to get their way. That's who's running the world. So that's not going to work, just putting your money where your mouth is sort of thing. Okay, that doesn't always work. Many are those who mimic the archetype contemporaneous, trendy, through thought, attitude, and behavior. Sometimes I can't read my own writing. I think I need an editor just to make sure I can read what I've written. Those whom don't do well in this evil monetary-based so-called reality depend on those that do well. That's right, we do. We very much do. I'm very glad that there's people that can afford to pay me, believe me. I mean, but then again, it's a double-edged sword. I mean, I just want out of this system, man. I just want everybody well off. I want people to serve because they want to, not because they're coerced and forced to, okay? Knowing history and the relevance thereof is not living in the past. Rather, it is becoming empowered with the knowledge of the past. Remember, the American Constitution clearly states that the only legitimate government shall forever remain only we the people, never we some of the people. Is anyone so stupid to believe you can create an ever-growing wealth disparity and avert ever-growing animosity? True reality has become an increasingly more elusive quality and ever more difficult to face. Without an iota of equivocation, we are a fear-driven race. The worldly prize we often refer to as success most often goes to those with the least scruples. There is no such thing as too big to fail. Remember Goliath? The beast system indeed will fail. Societal division in the 21st century